Oh, is your friend joining? Papito! When is your run joining?
Dire team ban.
¿Cómo estás?
Ay, papi. Ay, papi.
What?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Hello, hello,
Yo.
hello.
Ay, papi.
Sam, are you getting your headphones?
Fuck. Yes. I'll get him. I just got fucking set up and fucking probably downstairs. Just hang.
Do you know me, Bang Bang TV?
It's alright. It's Eduardo's fault. We were Skyping. He could have reminded me. But no. Blame it.
She's so triggered.
Hashtag triggered, yeah. She's trying to blame it on me.
Like, she's triggered and like
10 seconds remaining.
Mac is all salty.
Salty and triggered. Perfect teammate.
Exactly.
Alright. GG guys, we're gonna lose.
Hey, papito, pull up on my ass.
In gaming,
I don't know what you're saying, but yes.
now, I actually don't know who the kid is here, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's just like a random. I don't think I've actually seen someone named.
I don't even know what I look like, but thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
You may just look at the teams and say, "Oh, Pain easy 2-0." And
oh yeah.
He doesn't
want me to shake that ass for you?
Oh yes, puppy.
They don't really have the that name brand recognition of someone like HFN, King RD, Tavo, these people who have been around
is Lemons even gonna play?
Since the beginning of time.
He just said,
but you know what, Matt? Not really like good enough to beat the SG Esports of the world and the Sacreds of the world. Like, they will most likely lose series against those teams. But man, they have had such a great rise. Really refreshing to see, like, all these guys who, again, these guys aren't veterans. They are just new guys, or newer guys. Headway. So I'm interested to see what Mad Kings can bring to the table. Again, I'm not expecting them to beat Pain here, unless Pain are just really off their rocker. You never know. But I do expect them to put up a hell of a good fight. It's probably not going to be a 2-0, is all I'm saying. I'm Mike Lawrence, going to be your caster. Should be good. Quickly look at the bans, I guess, is what I was going to say. Note the Spirit Breaker first ban. I don't think there are many teams that actually play Spirit Breaker anymore. Like, even when you're like bottom barrel looking for that last support, you're not going to consider him. He's just out. There are maybe a couple teams here and there, and if those teams exist, they would be in the SA region, but I'm pretty sure that's just a little bit of a wasted ban there. That being said, everything else looking, if not normal, justifiable. We have seen Mad Kings go for this Undying a lot in the past. We've seen a lot of these, not super premium SA teams go for the Undying a lot in the past, and it's been pretty good. Mixed success, let's say.
5 seconds.
But still, the picks are going to be Ancient Apparition for the Pain Gaming side, Winter Wyvern, and the Brewmaster for Mad Kings. Pain will get the staple in their pucks, so they'll be pretty happy with this opening, especially versus that Brewmaster. A quick blink silence. You're going to actually kill him off because AA does not have Jack to kill off the Brewmaster. Early on, you can just poke at him if he gets a little bit too far out, put that cold feet on him, drop the chilly fingers, and start beating him down for real. But, in the later stage of the game, Brewmaster will always be able to escape that. So, Ancient Apparition, matchup-wise, not going to fare too well up against that Brewmaster once the lanes start to dissolve. They do need an answer for the Brew. Puck is a reasonable one to start out with. We'll see what they want to combo this up with. If they really want to put the screws to the Brew, who I assume is going to go towards offlane, and if you're Pain Gaming, then the heroes you're looking for, going with the Ancient Apparition, well, first of all, any forward position, right? Like, pick up an Earth Spirit, make sure you get that kind of one. Perhaps a Sven? Perhaps a CK? I don't know. Those heroes are really good up against Brewmaster, really good with Ancient Apparition, but also really bad versus Winter Wyvern, so there is a pretty significant cost there if you decide to go for one of those heroes. Otherwise, nailing a Brewmaster to the floor is usually pretty darn difficult, just because if you leave him alone, if you don't have enough supports in the area, he'll just keep on blinding your carry, and then, he's not going to, like, win the lane. Well, he might win the lane, but he's not often going to win the lane, but he will just mess with your carry so much that it means that he's not winning the lane, but you're also not winning the lane. So the lane becomes a wash where no one's really having a great time. and that's really less than ideal. We'll see if Medusa's actually going to get in the pool. Mentioned it in the last... Medusa's never picked up in SA because she's always banned second. Actually, all the time. Luna and Tiny will be taken out. Mad Kings, if they go for Brew and Medusa, that's such a clean combo. Like, you have the Brewmaster to kind of hold the fort down for the Medusa to get really strong. Once you turn on the Stone Gaze and turn on the Split, like, your team fight is just ironclad. You're not gonna lose your Medusa then, unless she's, like, already really banged up. You're probably not gonna lose your Brewmaster unless Pain are working with, like, the sickest of God strengths then. Like, you need that type of damage output. Will really put the pressure on to Pain Gaming to act fast or lose the game. Puck and AA aren't terrible early game, mid game heroes, but they're really not the type of heroes you want to have when you're facing up against Medusa and you don't have the late game superiority. Now they can answer this. It's going to be a Medusa just by picking up those pretty classic mana burn heroes who haven't been banned out. Really, the only one who has been banned out is the Mixed Assassin. Even then, he's not really the best at it. Anti-Mage and Phantom Lancer, looking at those two as kind of counter picks should the need arise. Mad Kings definitely have some options here. They already have their off lane secured up, and why is my computer suddenly...
Dire team pick.
Bounty Hunter.
Radiant team pick.
But for the most part, you shouldn't. Mad Kings decide to go in a different direction. Bounty Hunter's like the polar opposite hero to Medusa. Bounty Hunter wants to snowball, he wants to get the gold, he wants to just keep the game going. Medusa just wants to start playing the game at 40 minutes. Bounty Hunter does work pretty well with Brewmaster as well. And definitely for different reasons compared to that Medusa, but being able to just start those fights early on with the Brewmaster, get level 6 to hopefully get your Bounty Hunter involved in those kills as well to get him level 6, and maybe you got Stu going. Pain Gaming though, they will go for Ogre Magi along with that Ancient Apparition. Pretty clean 1-2 punch, lots of bullying power here, and looking at Bounty Hunter, like, you can't really trade hits with an Ogre Magi. Yeah, you're not the worst at it for sure. Janata and the fact that Bounty Hunter has some pretty decent armor is not terrible, but Ogre is Ogre, so good luck doing that. Definitely not showing their cards just yet. They will have to go up against Medusa. But now it seems like a pretty good time to pick up an Anti-Mage. He's not going to have the best matchup against the Brewmaster. It is going to be that Haze, which is going to be really, really crippling, but you absolutely need to pick up that Mana Burn hero. Phantom Lancer is also not too bad. We've seen a couple PLs go towards the mid lane. I think, just off the top of my head, I've seen Abed do it perhaps the most. I don't know. With a Diffusal Blade, you can get a lot done, but no, AM is going to be the pick. And this is great for a couple reasons. You know, you're up against Medusa, you have Ogre Magi, but also HFN is like a god, so there's also that to consider as well. The only really bad side is that there's a Brewmaster here. And Anti-Mage, he can mess with the Brewmaster. Like, you could blink in, drain his mana. You don't really have enough damage until you get that level 6 for finishing blow, and even then, Mana Void nowadays is kind of bad. So the lane might not be quite great for the Anti-Mage as far as killing off the opposition, but I don't think Mad Kings have a setup here, even possible setup, where they can pressure the Anti-Mage and prevent him from farming, and at the same time protect the Medusa. That's not in the cards. I think that's an impossibility, so something is going to have to give there. Mid lane for Pain, still looking for that one. Quap will be banned out. I wonder if Invoker is actually any good here. Invoker he's really weak up against Brewmaster because once the split happens, you can't do anything against him. If you try to Ghost Walk out, I don't think it can be dispelled, but you can just get tornadoed or cycloned by the Brewmaster or pulled out of the Invis by the Winter Wyvern or Bounty Hunter, but you will have the ability to get EMP, and that is so good versus Medusa if you can land it. I've definitely seen Pain run that before, but it is going to be a little bit of a cost. There are not many teams that like a hero that, even though he may be super common, first pick all the time, you don't get tired of watching Invoker. You get tired of watching Medusa because she's always just go and split shot things, then you fall, and then you split more. But Invoker, there's a lot of farm component there for sure, but the ability to have those explosive plays, those flashy combos, I mean, the spell animations just look better. It's just so much more of an entertaining hero to watch. I expect this puck to go towards the off lane. Bounty Hunter Wyvern don't have much game versus a Puck, and there aren't really many heroes that they can pick up last for Mad Kings to really seal the deal there and make sure the Puck doesn't have a game. So offlane Puck should be pretty safe here for Pain, freezes them up to pick up a mid lane hero. Expecting the matchup to be Medusa, they can try to greed out a little bit, picking up a melee hero, but yeah, you probably just want to set up for some kills. Not because it's easy to kill Medusa with any given mid lane hero, but it's very easy to get Ogre Magi and Ancient Apparition to do the heavy lifting. And once those heroes come in, then Medusa is going to be torched. Winter Wyvern can help out quite a bit versus the Medusa, but you know, I think if you embrace with Mana Shield, you don't lose mana, because unless you take like non-physical damage. I think that works. That is different. That is not what I expected at all. This is Pain putting the pedal to the metal a little bit here. I mean, I mentioned how safe it would be for a Puck. Similar things can be said about Tidehunter, although Winter Wyvern and that Arctic Burn do quite a bit of damage to the Tide. This is going to mean that the Puck is going to take a farming role, and Tidehunter is going to give Pain a lot of early game team fight ability. Again, not the best hero matchup versus a Brewmaster in the context of those fights, and that's a Tinker for Mad Kings. We had a little bit of a curveball here, so the Tidehunter is going to be pretty difficult to deal with. I mean, that's just going to happen. But when you actually are ready to fight, with your 4 Protect 1 type of strat that Pain Gaming are clearly running now with their Anti-Mage, between the Coil and the Ravage, like just that sheer amount of burst damage, assuming the split hasn't come out already, it can destroy anybody. So that is Pain Gaming putting a lot of stock into HFN's Anti-Mage. He still just has the best matchups possible. He's up against Medusa. Anti-Mage with Bloodlust up against Medusa is aces. Also up against Tinker is not too bad either. He does have to worry about Laser. Laser's a pain in the ass. March of the Mist constantly pushing in is not something that Anti-Mage is really bothered by, simply because he will have a battle fear. He'll be able to cleave through them like nobody's business. But Tinker. Talking all about the tie, let's go to the Tinker. Tinker is going to ensure late game dominance for Mad Kings. As great as Anti-Mage is, I don't think he can be everywhere enough. That being said, Tinker is also going to be playing a game where he doesn't really have a hero to buy space for him. Like, usually when you pick up a Medusa, you want to have a little bit more of an early game-ish type of safe lane. A hero that is more willing to get involved. Oh, he drank a salve! Dude, that is not... Oh, the ping, I didn't even notice. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. Oh my god. Restart. We bugged out, guys. There was a... Oh, that sucks. But yeah, Tinker and Medusa typically play the same role, in that they're not going to be looking for those fights. They just want to just sit back, get the farm up, get their core kit of items. Now Tinker gets his a little bit earlier than the Medusa. Travels, Blink, Soul Ring, you're done. You know, you get Kaya and whatever, Aghanim Scepter afterwards, but those are like extension, kind of luxury items. The question at that point is going to be, why do you have a Bounty Hunter, and who's going to hold down the fort in these fights? Now Pain, you know, the Anti-Mage is not going to be super eager to join those fights, but he will be able to maybe just Mana Void a Medusa, Mana Void a Tinker. And Tinker typically does have a pretty deep mana pool. Using that Mana Void just as a kind of flash in the pan spell can be quite high value, but everyone else from Pain, like, they are ready to go, man. Like, Tide is, as soon as he hits level 6, Puck, same thing. They'll just be gunning for those kills. And Brewmaster, he is completely okay taking those engagements. He is where he wants to be. But I'm not really sure if this really late game draft from Mad Kings can leverage their Bounty Hunter enough to get them kind of safety. Like, if they're able to get a couple of track kills and maybe keep Pain Gaming scared from making aggressive plays, that's how they get the space. But that is so hard to do with a Tinker and a Medusa. Maybe Tinker is going to get a little bit more of a nuking build, but even then, you don't really want to be building a nuking build up against the Puck, simply because, yeah, you can land the laser. You can't really land the missile. That's just not a possibility. So I do think Pain have a pretty nice advantage here. I think if they went for a non-Tinker last hero, then Mad Kings would be in a really good spot. But splitting the difference here between two super late gamers, or reasonable late gamers, and then having a Bounty Hunter who's just kind of here, doesn't seem the cleanest. But either way, let's take a look at who's going to be playing what. We got HFN on his Anti-Mage. I don't know if it's his favorite hero, but it is one of the heroes that he plays the best, that's for damn sure. We got Duster on the Ancient Apparition. We got the End is Near on the Ogre Magi. King RD is on the Puck, and that leaves Tavo on the Tide Hunter. Aladdin is going to lose his invis here up against Duster. This is a fight he is going to win, and they will push the Anti-Mage out as well. It's a 2-for-2 rune split still, so nothing too strange here. Just a good amount of harassment damage on this AA. On the Radiant side, Aladdin playing that Bounty Hunter. We got Chesed, which I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Really no. Chesed is what I'm going to be calling him on the Winter Wyvern. There's shoutouts to Mad Kings for picking up a Tinker for someone who's named RoboZ. Like, that's pretty sick. Got Dookie on the Medusa, who's going to go down towards the bottom lane, and I'm missing someone. I'm missing Nada. The legendary Terran. No, it's not him on the Brewmaster. You see, this is the bad part about this matchup for the Tide Hunter. Burn does so much damage up against these high HP heroes, and Tide is definitely one of those heroes. HFN also has to deal with this haze. Already missed once. Anti-Mage, you're drunk, go home. Oh, but he blinked for it and got the other one. That's how you CS, guys. CS, not LOL. But, yeah, the Brewmaster, he is going to be able to mess with the Anti-Mage quite a bit. As far as killing him, that is a distant dream. Killing the Brewmaster also is going to be pretty darn difficult. Tavo, in the meantime, is actually killable. Kind of sticking around at low HP, does have a Fairy Fire, is regenerating. He's level 1, so he can't get both Kraken Shell and Anchor Smash. We'll decide for Anchor Smash, but the Medusa still has full damage. Snake from a distance will get the kill. For Sladin, actually. Tavo just overplays his hand just a little bit too much. Big kills for this Bounty Hunter to be involved in. It is split between 3 heroes, so experience-wise, it's not going to be just all good for him, but still, pushing for that level 6 as fast as possible, that's the dream, that's what you want to be doing. Speaking of the dream, here he just got 3 free shots on the Tinker. Oof, he's going to get back to his creep wave as well. The thing is with Tide, it's okay if you die a couple times. Hell, even for the Brewmaster, like, even if they do die, it's not the end of the world. It's just the more important right-clicky cores that have to be concerned about. Tide is going to get the Anchor Smash again onto 2, but there's Splinter Blast here and Shuriken. Snake will grab the kill this time. Or the Medusa get her pretty nice mana refund. And we'll start beating down to the Brewmaster, but Chilling Touch. That's actually a full Chilling Touch on both these heroes. You can see, still not enough to kill off that Brew. Rework to the Chilling Touch, or the tweak to Chilling Touch. Definitely not working for Pain Gaming there. The 2-0 for Mad Kings, but they still have to worry about these matchups. It's not about the lanes right now. I mean, if they break even in the lanes, they're happy, but they really need to find some way of getting something done in the mid-game. I'm not entirely sure what that is going to be, especially if RoboZ is going to die here. Orb will clip him. Fire Blast is there. Laser will stop one hero from attacking, but already Puck got so many right clicks off. They're just going to run with him. He is going to salve up in the tree. We saw what happened last time. In the last game this happened. Someone might die from the Radiant here, but already they get kill on the Tinker. And already it's a pretty big win. The End is Near is going to go down here, unfortunately, but still a 1-for-1 trade. They are more than happy to make that exchange as Pain. And they will just be getting away with that. Sladin also was not involved there, so no experience going for that Bounty Hunter. Definitely a nice little trade there. Slowing down either the Tinker or Medusa is going to be absolutely premium here for Pain Gaming. Dude, how do you get hit by a Shuriken like that, King RD? Come on. How does that even happen? He'll survive. Kind of banged up, but he'll live. Oh, I was going to say it's easy to kill a Tinker. It's not easy to kill the Medusa. They're going to give it a little bit of an attempt here. Snake will not hit onto the Tide Hunter, so he still has some mana to work with. Did deplete a lot of Dookie's mana, but at the same time, that's a pretty close to full wand there from the Medusa, so big mana refunds there. Yeah, I'm not really sure if they have enough aggressive power in this particular game to go for both Tinker and Medusa. Slowing or stopping one of them is going to be all they can really hope to do at any reasonable rate. So Mad King's a 2-kill lead. HFN still having a time of his life in that top lane, although Nada and Sladin are after Duster. Does Jack the Bounty Rune is going to try to TP out, but there's a Shuriken to cancel. You're dead. Another kill for this Bounty Hunter to be involved in. Again, it's not really a ton of experience, but it's sure as hell a lot better than just sitting around and doing nothing, not getting kills, and just looking at a puck in mid. Brew as well. 15 CS, 12 CS, those are numbers right there. 12 CS, 13 CS for the Brood. A reasonable amount for him, given the situation. He's gonna run low on mana. Oh, King RD is gonna orb out. He'll be fine. He's just a couple more bottle charges. Here comes the end is near. The end might be near here for the bounty hunter. Dust was applied to him. King RD has another orb through, which will miss, but end is near just beating the hell out of Slash. Doesn't even need the pot's health. Me ogre, me smart, kill with punch. Yeah, that's sometimes all you need. So, yeah, the ogre getting the kill on the bounty hunter, certainly very nice, but it's kind of paling into comparison to what the bounty hunter is getting done with his rotations. So speaking of, Tavo, about half HP, level 2 anchor smashes here. They will have another burn. He's going to try to keep the up once again. Shuriken will cancel. Tavo is dead. The third time in 5 minutes. These kills are going to start racking up, but at the same time, Nada is going to be dying on top lane. Finally, the Radiant, or the Dire side rather, get their safe lanes, hands a little bloody, and HFN needs to push towards that Battle Fury. Timing-wise, I mean, obviously it's going to be great for both Medusa and Anti-Mage to get more farm, but the Anti-Mage uses this farm a little bit earlier than the Medusa. You get Battle Fury and Anti-Mage, and you are going to be all over the place. For Medusa, you get Mask of Madness, and that's not bad. But really, she needs a couple more items before she's fully 100% activated, so timing-wise, it's slightly better for Pain to be getting these kills. Again, it doesn't seem like they're in a huge position to really abuse that. It's just something that happens. May get the Anti-Mage a little bit of extra kills from time to time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's now a coil on the puck. Robo-Z does have laser. Oh, there is no longer a coil on puck. Well, yeah, that did just happen. Luckily for Puck, coil is not the longest cooldown in the world. There was a Winter Wyvern behind them, plus they would have to fight into a March of the Machines as well. Don't really want to mess with that, so maybe it's good that they didn't go for that. But in the meantime, he's going to jack some of Tavo's creeps. Feels bad, man. Not much you can do with Tide, though, except for his Anchor Smash the last hit. They do scan red. They do dust, and it does catch him, but they don't have the regular vision to see the dusted bounty hunter. Ogre's trying. Oh, he's trying. We'll fall short, though. Freaking dodgeball in the mid lane. Puck is launching all the spells. Not quite able to catch him out, though. In the meantime, Sliden's going to get a pretty nice wraparound as King his kill on Robo, but Robo's backing off pretty far, and they will see King RD. I think they can really get anything done here. Does
Dire team pick. Your turn to ban. Five seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Your turn to pick. 10 seconds remaining.
Lion. Admiral Conker!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Your turn to pick.
Sniper!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Bristleback! Slaughter!
Assassin. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Smart money.
Cannot be done on the other end. Like, Medusa will never be able to kill Anti-Mage at this stage of the game, which is the Mask of Madness. The matchup is just too bad for her. So HFN is going to start bouncing through the waves as per normal duty, still making his home in this bottom lane. Not really much else he can do. We do have Nada with a Blink Dagger. Wow. This is an incredibly farmed Brewmaster, given the lane stage. The Blink into Split. Again, it's a great way of getting into the middle of the fight, but looking at Puck, looking at Anti-Mage, really has to be careful with when you actually make that play. Otherwise, you may just overcommit and just won't be able to get those kills with the Split. Your D is going to be caught with the track, takes a little bit of damage here and there, but he's difficult hero to kill. Even if you blink clap him, like, he'll just orb phase and you'll have to go on a really long chase. They can kill the Puck if they decide to engage on him, I think. They don't exactly know where everyone else is. You gotta assume that Anti-Mage is nearby in the jungle. Your D now is Shrine up. Back to full HP. Probably get back to the lane also. But gives the CS to slide in. Easy CS. RD, missiles coming in, will land. He is unable to silence up Nada. Has another orb out and a phase shift. He will dodge the shuriken. And now the chase is on. Where's the help? They really need like everyone to come in right now. Guarantee's gonna dodge yet another stun, but now it's put into a corner. He's just trying to buy time right now, but he's gonna die. Slide in Ice Blast is going to chill him, and he will die as well. As the Ogre's gonna come in onto the Brewmaster. In the meantime, the backside, TP out from Jessid. Mana Void will cancel TP and get the kill. And now jumping forward, looking for Nada. Has a Blink Dagger, but there is HFN right on his tail. No blinks available. Fire blasted and dead. Is that worth it for the Puck, losing 3 heroes like that? No, it's definitely not. So Pain, actually a little bit surprised that the Puck lived as long as he did. Thought he would be brought down a little bit faster than that, but HFN, being the classic slippery hero, is going to stay slippery with this item build. The classic 4 Blink Dagger Puck build. Love it. HFN not only coming in, getting some kills, but again, getting kills, getting involved, whereas the Medusa is just farming. net worth, still they are going to be fairly comparable, but HFN is just able to do a little bit more because this is the impact of that timing thing I was talking about earlier. Anti-Mage can use his items a little bit earlier than the Medusa can, and sometimes it just makes a difference. Master Key's coming in mid, Slide is going to stumble into the wrong neighborhood. Ice Blast coming in, they do coil up 2 in the background. Ice Blast will miss on the Slide just fast enough to get out of that range. Jump forward from the Brewmaster, does not have a split. Pretty bold move as Orb flies through. Only connects onto the Medusa though. They will try to pick off the Orb Magic with the missiles. They'll fall short. Ravage comes in onto 3 heroes. Mana Void as well. Will land onto Dookie, doing a lot of damage to both him and Nada. They'll curse on the Tidehunter once again. His allies will kill him off. Just barely. Gonna be a 1-for-2 exchange. Tinker though, doing some pretty significant damage in the background. Does have the Travels and Soul Ring up with the Blink Dagger halfway done. These fights are the fights that Pain really need to win convincingly. That was a good exchange for them. They did get quite a bit of gold. But at the same time, you're facing up against Track, a late game Medusa, and a Tinker. You need to get a lot done. Basically, Anti-Mage, he's going to go Command Style because that's how you play Anti-Mage. Really good against Track, I suppose. Pretty darn good against Brewmaster as well. He'll take like another large leap in power once he picks up, a Basher. Like some way for him to solo kill a Tinker. That's going to be not for a while, but that is going to be like another huge power curve that Pain Gaming can hit to try to smooth over any losses that they may hit right now. As for Mad Kings, they just have to make sure to kind of avoid fights like that. Get the Medusa still farming, try to get her to survive. Not the easiest thing to do in the world, but we can see she is bulking up. Slowly, surely pushing that level 20 mark. We'll find Duster on the top lane. Yeah. 800 mana, man. That's something the Anti-Mage can deal with pretty quickly. But it is going to be slowly pushed towards. Honestly, I think Mad Kings are in a pretty good spot here. And Pain Gaming still have a lot of Ravages, a lot of Coils yet to drop. If they win a handful of team fights, then they can start really applying the pressure. But so far, all towers on Mad Kings are still alive. They've absorbed 2 Ravages with honestly minimal losses. And yeah, the Anti-Mage is going to be a problem moving forward. But up against that haze from the Brewmaster and the Tinker, you either need a BKB or an MKB on the Anti-Mage if you're actually going to convincingly answer that. Dookie going to get a little bit isolated. They decide not to orb him there, even though HFN's right around the corner. Tinker's going to teleport in as well. HFN will bounce out. Right back to farming. Honestly, every single time there's a rotation from any given hero that doesn't result in the kill for Pain Gaming, that is a big win for Mad Kings. They don't really want to be looking for fights. They just want to chill. They just want to farm. Though Tavo, he's looking to farm as well. Hand of Midas. You have a Hood coming out to him? Yeah, he's going for Hood, which is really good this game into the Hand of Midas. Don't mind that. But he has another Ravage up soon. And by soon, I mean now. It's up for now.
New treasures.
Gold for me.
There's no lag, guys. I think I dropped some frames, but it's not the end of the world. You'll survive. Back Duster, gets nailed to the floor. Ice Blast does land on the Bounty Hunter. Coil coming in onto Robo-Z. They have a Ravage, and it won't be castable because of the curse. Again, Chesed is there. He's been landing some really nice curses, and it will be 1-for-1 trade, but that's a track kill in favor of Mad Kings. They're able to escape with the Tinker from what otherwise would have been for sure death. Big exchange there. Oh, Robo-Z snipes the Ogre with the missiles. Did not expect that to happen. My bad, guys. Dookie does have the Hurricane Pike as well. And even though this matchup, Medusa versus AM, is really sour for the Medusa, AM really doesn't have the stopping power in order to sit and hit the Medusa a lot up against this item unless they complete their entire mana pool, which they will, with the stun duration of a single Ravage. Totally worth it. Meantime, KRD kills another. Jump in on Duster. Nada may or may not get this kill. He will hit the split for it though. Already, I'm not sure if that's worth it in the end to fight afterwards. HFN is still here and he's still kicking. They're going to try to use this Demolish on the Earth aspect. Wind is going to back off. Try to come right back in. There's a Blink Dagger here on the Brewmaster, but there's so many heroes here. I'm not sure if he can actually blink away. No, immediately silenced and stunned and, well, not quite killed off immediately, but still will die. Man, I did not expect them to be able to kill off Medusa in the duration of a Ravage. That stun duration is like 2 seconds? Yeah, 2.4 seconds. Yet, still, enough for HFN to jump in, and with, I guess, those 3 illusions just cleaving through with that mana break adds up incredibly quickly. Okay, I underestimated HFN's anti-mage. I know I've done that in the past. I'll try not to make it again. Those are the type of plays they need. Those are exactly the team fights that Pain need. Every single time there's a Ravage up, they need to do exactly that. I'm not really sure what the Winter Wyvern did, but just got blown up by the Puck elsewhere. The Embrace is great, but Puck has a lot of magic damage at this point. Even more with the Spell Amp talent. The Mad King, they're kind of expected to lose a couple of these fights. I mean, even if Pain, let's say they find 3k gold on the floor. Oh, Courier, sniped out. Let's say they find 3k gold on the floor. Pain Gaming, even if they start pushing all these towers, I'm not really sure if they can actually get into a point where Pain can win the game. Like, you're going up high ground up against Medusa, up against Winter Wyvern and Tinker. Those are like impossible heroes to push against. Maybe once the Tide picks up his pipe, then he actually will go for that item over the hand of Midas. It looks like he considered the Midas. It's all about catching that Tinker. And this is another kind of mixed aspect of this Puck's build. To be able to catch the Tinker out with that Yule Scepter and probably kill off the Tinker also, if the Puck does find him with the Veil.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You know, I am talking about Pain Gaming what they have to do a lot, and not as much for Mad Kings. I don't have any bias here, guys. It's simply because Pain Gaming have to try a little bit harder to win this game. Whereas Mad Kings, they don't have to do that. They can just sit back and do whatever they want. KingRD is going to find a Bounty Hunter, coil him up, and just start right-clicking in, slide it. We'll get a track out, but we'll go down Duster. Ice Blast. We'll apply the chill effect to that Brewmaster. Now here comes the split. But he is so surrounded. Earth and Fire will both fall. Here comes Stone Gaze. Everyone's just going to be able to back off. The Handmaid actually gets petrified really quickly. How did that happen? He just didn't turn around in time? That didn't seem right. Curse in the meantime will keep Jetson safe from the Puck. They'll isolate Tabo, get the kill with the missiles. KingRD is still tracked up. Will dodge some missiles of his own. Will Scepter onto the Tinker. Anti-Mage is not here, so they don't have any damage. And KingRD will probably survive this, but RoboZ, low on mana. I don't think he can chase here. Maybe they can? This is another phase shift, so missiles aren't going to work. Now looking for the end is near, which might just be for this Ogre Magi. A big crit to the back and will fall. How the hell do you get petrified there? I don't understand how that happens. Like, as soon as the Medusa comes in, you just turn your tail and run. That's the only way Anti-Mage dies, because, like, it's, like, he has to be petrified if he's going to die. Or sheep stick by the Tinker and he doesn't have it, so it's not happening. The only way I actually see him getting petrified, realistically, is if he gets cursed into attacking his allies. In the meantime, the Stone Gaze timer is, like, he's looking at the Medusa while he's attacking his allies, and then he gets petrified from that, but that seemed like a very avoidable death there from the Anti-Mage. He's going to go for a Butterfly. Again, mischance is going to be a pain and a half for the Anti-Mage to deal with. You can buff out the laser once with the Manta Style, but the next laser and the next Drunken Haze, you need an answer to that. And Bloodthorn's okay, I guess, on Anti-Mage. It's actually pretty darn good up against Tinker and Brewmaster, but it does seem like MKB is probably just a little bit better. We'll go straight into the Roche Pit. Looks like Mad Kings are gonna have to let this happen. No split means no fight. Also would be fighting into a Ravage if that were the case. HFM with the Bloodlust. Serious deeps. RoboZ though bouncing every which way. Split push from the Tinker in full effect. Naturally, this is going to mean that the Medusa has a little bit less space, so he's going to jump right in. Ice Blast, a little bit too short there from Duster. Doesn't hit a single hero. They will pipe out and try to run Tabo. Going to start thinking about going back in, but they've already lost their AA. They've already lost, essentially, their Ogre Magi. Orb will come through on the Puck. They will try to go for sliding in the end, but the Cyclone is there to keep HFN at bay. And they'll also find a third in Tabo. Tinker relentless here. HFN can do absolutely nothing. Now, they do take the Roshan and the Aegis. But still, that is another big win for Mad Kings, crashing in. If Tidehunter had a Blink Dagger or Force Staff, that could have been a fight that was salvageable by Pain, but he doesn't. Like, once he's out of the fight, he's out. Like, the Medusa charging the front lines like that, is usually pretty risky unless you have the Stone Gaze already active. If you have Stone Gaze active, you are 100% completely safe. Now, speaking of MKB, like, you need to counter that Medusa's evasion as well, so Anti-Mage needs to get that True Strike up, and he will be going for it next. Again, guys, you look at these two teams, Mad Kings versus Pain, everyone would be like, oh, easy, Pain 2-0. Dude, Mad Kings have some serious players on the team. Like, they're doing really well in this game. Oh, dude. Did he really just snap the coil with the Force Staff? That is not the play. That is certainly not the play. Winter's Curse with the Blink Dagger for Chesed. Anti-Mage does do a lot of damage, but most of his damage is through Mana Break still and illusions. Gotta make sure you time that curse properly. Otherwise, if you can land the curse on like Puck, catch Anti-Mage with it, I'm pretty sure AM kills his Puck. I'm pretty sure that happens. Whoa, he's going in deep. Okay, he does have the Aegis. He does have backup, smoked up, coming in, so he'll probably get away with this as the Anti-Mage. What does Medusa have? Butterfly, Mask of Madness assembled, Tinker, Ag, and Kaya. He's in the front lines, and he's going to get ravaged, and he is going to get dropped pretty quickly, although Stone Gate is going to land. Anti-Mage is petrified. He doesn't the Aegis this time, so it's not that big of a deal. He'll pop Doogie with the Void. Gets cursed up, but Puck doesn't do that much damage to the AM, so that's not really a terribly huge deal. Meantime, they're just wasting the timer of this Brewmaster. Cleave through from HFN is doing a lot of damage to all these aspects with the Earth. He's fine. Can't really easily slow him down, but they will still just beat him to hell. Physical damage and an Anchor Smash will kill off the Brewmaster in split form. And oh, look at that. Play well, get rewarded. They find a regen rune on the ground. Sometimes lucky. Not sure why Medusa was that far in. Again, Medusa being in the front is bad unless she has Stone Gaze turned on. That Petrify worked really quickly up against that Anti-Mage. It doesn't...
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Illusion! Death tax. At last.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
You're ready, guys.
Линию, собственно, не подтянет, то, во-первых, это дополнительный фарм, да, вот он. А во-вторых, дополнительное напряжение для линии, которое будет все ближе подтягивать.
这个地方呢，尝试有大继续过来，主要是这把这个局势。
RD jumps in, uses magic weakness, because that's the most creative spell name in Dota. Hey, this item makes enemies weak to magic. What do we call it? Well, do I have a spell name for you? Aladdin is just all over the place. He's looking to snipe couriers. You'd see a courier return to the base because of these really deep obs. Don't really think he could do much else though. I mean, maybe he can cut a wave a little bit, just stall it. Doesn't have any real damage to kill the creep wave though. He's just waiting for the... Is he gonna try? He's gonna do what he can. And it's really not gonna be all that fast. In the meantime, we're gonna weakness Nada. A little damage here. Sliding just picks off a range creep. Not really sure if we could even call that cutting the wave. That's not really... not quite what it is.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's just looking for couriers. In the meantime, though, the attempted death blow is coming. Pain Gaming are in a decent spot for this simply because they have Ravage and a fresh heart from HFN. Abo has a force staff on an ally, but he doesn't have any way of getting himself in very easily. So using that Ravage well is going to be a little bit of difficulty here. Sid looking for someone to curse up. Won't quite find it. The spread on Pain Gaming is fully revealed thanks to these tracks, but still, it's not that easy to find a curse when you're that far out of the base. No sense going out the base that far when you can just defend the high ground. A little bit... Oh, that was not chip damage on the tower. That was a lot of damage. HFN will jump right back in, seal the deal on the tower. They start looking for the triangle. Slide and almost get 100-0. Fourth staff. Mid coil. He's going to get dropped and not as well will fall. Dookie is going to petrify the anti-mage once again. How does he keep getting caught by this? He'll man-stop, split out, and blink out. Dookie's ultimate now is down, and everyone from Pain is still alive. Duster wants back in. He froze the Medusa, that's why, but the anti-mage needs a couple seconds here. Needs a breather for that heart. I think HFN needs to turn up his sound. Maybe that's it. Like, it's a really subtle visual effect. It's a really loud sound, though. So you gotta be able to turn away from that petrification. It's still down, though. The Brewmaster's down for 40. The anti-mage is at full HP thanks to that heart. Tinker is still firing off on all cylinders, quite literally. Missiles absolutely freaking everywhere, thanks to that Active Scepter. And the Insight Aura is great from Tavo, but he is very weak with no Ravage. Anti-Mage in the meantime gets burst up. A little bit of damage applied to him thanks to his illusions, but HFN will be able to blink out of there cleanly after having taken down that tower. A couple missiles flying in towards him. Sladin is trying to pick a fight here. HFN has another blink out though, and constantly disjointing the missiles. In the meantime, the rest of the team slowly but surely taking down those melee racks. Tavo will fall. Kind of suiciding for those racks, but for sure worth it. Near will get focused next. Missiles, lasers, every which way. He'll try to teleport out, and it looks like he'll go down. Duster as well, not looking too hot, but in the meantime, bottom lane, now 5. We got HFN right back into it with the melee racks. Winter Wyvern already used their only means of stopping this push. Laser is there. The Anti-Mage will have to back off now. A couple missiles will follow him, but Heart of Tarask doing overtime work with this regen. Now sometimes the regen on Heart Tarask is just a non-factor. This is not one of those times. That is 2 melee racks down. And now the Pain Gaming lead extends to 9k. This is all pretty much within the context of avoiding fights. Like, there have not really been that many fights in this game for Pain Gaming to win. They're gonna look for Nada. Mana now doesn't have any more. Mana Void, killed off mid-cast. That is a dead brew for 70. Does have a buyback though. Medusa's also gonna show her face. What's the Tide Hunter ultimate looking like? For the 10 seconds. Again, this is Pain's death blow. 2 melee racks. And again, it's not lift him out. Oh, the Ice Blast coming in. HFN will